So what about if I want to work with somebody that speaks English? And what do I say? And that's when I learned the sentence, do you have application for work? Do you have application for work? And it took me a long time because, I was shy about it, and I was very conscious of not sounding right, because I'm about to speak to, people that speak English, American people. And so I practice, do you have application for work? Obviously, I didn't sound like that, back then. I didn't sound like that back then. I sounded exactly how I needed to sound, not English not being my first language. But I practice over and over and over and over and over. And this is my second favorite part of my journey. Funny that we're doing this semi-documentary, right? Funny that we're doing this semi-documentary of my journey, because the other day I was talking to Calvin, and I was saying, I survived Sinaloa 21 years. And Sinaloa is the capital of narcotráfico. And it's available, all of that, and you can die sooner. Then I survived 2 weeks at the border. It's another place where you can easily die. Then I'm in the streets of San Diego, 2 months. So I'm gonna fast forward when I arrive in Chula Vista, and the taxi driver, dropped me off there after the coyote guy paying $20 so I can just get out of the border, right? And doing this fast forward documentary about my life is, I have to relive all these emotions and all these thoughts, and in the meantime, I'm still a father, and I am a father. So my kids come, and one is 29, the other one is 25, and it's like what I was doing at that time, and how are my kids way more protective than I ever was. Which is good and it's bad, right? Because I really love my journey of 21 years in Sinaloa, 2 weeks at the border, 2 months in San Diego. And so now I am under a freeway. Under a freeway. This is instinctual. You're looking for this safe place where you can sleep. You don't think as an immigrant. You don't think is anything wrong living under a freeway. What you see is a den, right? So if I were to be in the mountains or in Yellowstone, I would be under a big rock, under a big rock, some kind of safe cave, something where it can protect me from the weather, and I can hide, right? So that's what you're thinking. You're thinking hiding, protection, that's it, and you just want to sleep, and the other day, we post me going back with Andre at the border. No, we going back with Andre to where everything starts. So I was able to find the bridge that I slept in, and it was very loud. So now I can hear the sound. Now I can see the danger, right? But back then I didn't feel any danger. So I'm under this bridge. It feels like glory. It feels really good. I just gather cardboard just to have something underneath, because I didn't want the experience of the bugs and the roaches or the rats or whatever. I don't know. I just have a thing about certain things, right? But that was it. I was so tired that the only thing I wanted to find is a place to sleep. place to sleep. I didn't feel thirsty. I didn't feel hungry. I was just tired, because I just crossed the border. And when you're in the border, you don't sleep. You honestly, like when they say you sleep with one eye open, that's practically it. It's almost like what the Navy SEALs, when they're doing their mission, or like the Marines doing their mission, or any kind of military people during their mission, and as a war zone, is life and death. You definitely automatically learn to sleep with one eye. So therefore you don't sleep. That's the point. So in this case, I am my own protector, and God, of course. God is my protector, and I am my mom, my dad, and my family, and everything. And I'm 21 years old. And so the next day, I began my journey in San Diego. And to me, I'm always, like, I always had this feeling that I'm not going to starve to death, right? That I'm not going to be shy asking for a job. But I never asked for, like, give me money for free without me doing anything, right? So I don't have this way of thinking, right? That somebody can, shh. So I don't have this way of thinking about people are gonna give me money just because I get a sign. Never had this kind of way of thinking. Just never did, and I never will, right? So it's just how I was built, which is very important because you're in a foreign place. Just everything is new. Nothing is familiar, except for the people. I mean, in San Diego, definitely there's a lot of people that speak Spanish. So it's a huge advantage. I just, began to ask for jobs, sweeping and cleaning. That's pretty much what you can find, like cleaning cars, cleaning floors, cleaning dishes, and this is my favorite part. Well, my second favorite part, because I never saw AM, PM, and 7-Eleven ever. And I didn't know it existed. I was 21 years old, so it's what I'm about to be 55, so it's 34 years ago. 34 years ago, the closest thing to a hot dog place was my mom making hot dogs, and it was not a food that was offering to us because it's considered junk food, right? And it's not something that you can ask your parents for it, because my mom would just say, no, that's not food. It's like pancakes, we could not ask for pancakes every day. We could not ask for hot dogs every day because that was considered junk food. But now I'm 21. I'm in a different part of the world, and my mom is not there. And 7-Eleven, AM, PM are there. And guess what? Back then, 2 hot dogs, you can buy them for 99 cents. So literally, I was able to survive in America with $1 a day. So it wasn't much that I needed to make. And that's my point about saying I'm not shy to ask for a job. I'm not shy for, to ask people how do I eat. But I didn't want it to hands me down, right? So that was very clear and nice. But if you think about it, I was able to survive with $1 a day. So it wasn't a stress. I was not stressed out about I have to make all this money so I can eat. And the only thing I needed to find was AM, PM, and 7-Eleven, which is through the brand. So, the colors of 7-Eleven and the number, AM, PM, the brand. So, so I am very excited. And honestly, I remember I can't wait for the next day, because I didn't eat 3 times a day. I just ate 1 time a day, and it was 2 hot dogs. And it's the adrenaline, and the 2 hot dogs, the excitement, right? I was excited because I was able to eat hot dogs every day. And then I learned about the big gulp, right? So big gulp. And that was the first time I saw this concept of refill. To refill a cup over and over and over and over. In my mind, like right now, it's like, what about people just keep coming back and they sell the soda outside because it's so easy, right? And that's when I understood. Wow, these people are very trustworthy. Like people don't overdo it. Because where I'm from, I mean, you see an opportunity, you take it, and then you consider yourself an entrepreneur, right? Because you're taking advantage of the situation. But I never did it. I never took that dishonest way of being. I just felt dishonest, but I was just amazed, right now that I remember about my first time buying the big gulp. It was $1 and change, $1.25, and you can come back and refill it, right? And that was it. That's it. I did it one time, and and also that's another thing they happened to us in Mexico. My mom didn't let us. This was my dad. My dad didn't let us soda. They didn't let us have soda because he said the soda is bad for you, and now we know the soda is bad for you, but he used to say that soda can make your teeth fall. So now I'm eating hot dogs and having sodas. So I feel like a little kid because no one can tell me no, and I can just do it as much as I want, and whatever soda I want, Fanta, Coca-Cola, 7-Up, well, Fanta had many flavors because it's strawberry and orange, and sometimes they have pineapple. So that's it. So it was 2 hot dogs and soda. That was my diet. Really bad diet, I get it. I understand now. And my parents were right. My parents were right. Well, they were ahead of their time when it comes to good food. I honestly, now that I see it, I grew up eating good food, organic food, fresh water, good water. They fed me good food. So sometimes it takes a long time for you to understand how great your parents were. And so that's my food, right? So that's it. That's all I did. I ate hot dogs for 2 months. And I work in Cesar. Cesar is a restaurant. I became a dishwasher, so I wash dishes. And like I say, they don't give you jobs like permanently. I'm an illegal alien, right? But people do not show up for work, and so they always need somebody new. They can step in. And Cesar, actually, I did a good job, and I will come back, because they pay good. They pay by the hour, and I think it was $4.25 or something like that, $4.25 or $5.25, and they will pay me, and I will come to that particular Cesar because by then I didn't roam too far, right? I couldn't go beyond 20 blocks of what my bridge was, right? So where my home was. And through time, I made friends, street friends, working friends, and I asked them, hey, so what about if I want to work with somebody that speaks English? What do I say? And that's when I learned the sentence, do you have application for work? Do you have application for work? And it took me a long time because, you know, I was shy about it, and I was very conscious of not sounding right, because I'm about to speak to, you know, people that speak English, American people. And so I practice, do you have application for work? Obviously, I didn't sound like that, you know, back then. I didn't sound like that back then. I sounded exactly how I needed to sound, you know, not English not being my first language. But I practice over and over and over and over and over. And this is my second favorite part of my journey. I'm walking, and every day, you know, like I say, they don't give you a permanent job for obvious reasons. I'm an illegal alien. I'm dirty, but I'm happy. I'm a happy guy, and I only have one pair of clothes, my pants that I cross with, my shirt that I cross with, and the boots. I got boots. Which, by the way, I didn't tell you guys that I crossed the border with boots, because I'm from the north of Mexico, so boots is very common for us to wear. And I don't know why I left with boots, but I left with boots. Cowboy boots. Black cowboy boots. And so I'm walking, you know, and I see this place, a grooming salon, and I wash dogs in Mexico, and I work with dogs in Mexico, so I knew how to bait dogs, you know, and I know dogs. I knew dogs, not as clear as I am now, but I just had this instinctual knowledge, this in the back of my mind, like, hey, if it's just baiting dogs, how hard can that be? You know, there's no science behind. But now groomers will say, you know, no, some dogs are afraid, and some dogs are very aggressive, and some dogs are never being groomed, you know, and some dogs they move a lot, and the goal is for you to groom a dog, the dog has to stay still. And to me, it was a piece of cake. To me, it was very like second nature, right? Or more like first nature, because I knew how to do dogs more than I knew how to do humans. So I go to this place, these two beat up walls outside, a window, like your typical place of a dog place. And it says grooming, but it looks old. And it's a door, aluminum door with the flies, for the flies. And I open it, and then it's another door, a glass door. I open it, and then it's two older ladies, two older Caucasian ladies. It's like angels. I can see them like angels right now. They're behind the counter, and I go in with no shame, no. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not insecure. I'm not. I just go in there and I said the word, right? So I went in there to say the word. It's a beautiful feeling. I'm about to practice the sentence I've been practicing. First time that I'm about to go inside a place where it's about dogs, right? And wow. So I go in there and I tell the ladies, do you have application for work? Didn't sound like that, guys, right? I mean, I'm about to be 55. I'm speaking English for the past 30 years. So I have managed to speak it and understand it. I don't know how to read it yet. I write it somehow, but I don't understand it completely when it comes to me reading it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and join me on my mission of better humans, better planet.